Okay, what is the first step? Step 1 for understanding the customer.
Customer.
Gather raw data
From the customer.
Very good. Second step. Step 2.
Interrupt raw data.
Okay. Third step.
Organize the needs into a hierarchy.
Very good. Fourth step.
Establish the relative importance of the needs.
And last.
Reflection.
Reflect and
the process.
Refine the process. Okay, good. So I hope all are revising your PDD topics fairly regularly when I'm sending in group. Don't give a big gap and it's like somewhere we have left like it will be. சுத்தமா understand பண்ணிக்க முடியாது. Last moment if you start learning this subject. Feel that regularity when you have a regular touch with the subject only. I'll go for today's topic, a very simple topic and as usual for the topic we are discussing daily, at the end I will show some video information which you can easily relate and understand the topic taught today. Can you see the information what I am displaying you students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, fine. Under product design and development, unit 1 introduction part, we are learning about concept development process which is acting as a front end process. In that I hope you have remembered that flow. Okay, first you have to identify the customer, then followed by establishing the product specification, then followed by concept generation, then selection, then testing, then finalizing the specifications, all those things, right? So today's new topic is you have to understand the flow of each and every topic what we are covering the next classes. Today it is very simple, very easily understandable informations only. Process management and improvement. Okay, what was the before step we have learned? How to understand the customer. After understanding the customer, how to frame as in a document form to relate with our product, to start our development product. Before that, I mean after organizing those things, now we have to focus on process management and improvement. First you have to keep one thing in mind. Any company, if you see any company, any institutions or any firm or MNC company, organizations, they all will follow some strategy. Okay, why we have to follow some strategy? So நம்ம காலேஜ்ல LMS யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் போஸ்ட் பண்றாங்க, மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் அதில் வந்து நீங்க ஃபெச் பண்ணலாம், where the proper communications between the students and faculty will be. Okay, that's சில இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல இன்னும் some advanced technology they will be using, digitalized, automated strategy will be followed. So this plan should be done at the before startup of the product. That is called as process management and improvement. So today we are just going to cover what is mean by process management and improvement. In depth you are going to know what is management, what is improvement, in that difference between the. As usual, you know that flow, right? After identifying the to really mean by specifications. When are specification established? When we have to frame those specifications? When we have to clarify those specifications? Is there any network problem in between students?
Yes, ma'am. Your presentation is gone now.
Gone now. Just wait. Okay. Can you see? Nova. You just wait. Yes, you can't see. Some network problem from morning when I'm taking for B section. So which topic we were there in the link? Did you listen what is process management and improvement? Say yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, these are the topics we are going to cover today. You have to know something knowledge about what is process management and improvement. Management and improvement difference. As you know, the concept development process, front-end process flow. First, we have to identify the customer need. That only we have covered in understanding the customer topic. After that, we have to focus on framing the specifications. What do you mean by specifications? Product specifications. Any product, if you consider a laptop or a smartphone, each and every product will have its own specification. The type of hardware used, the type of software used. Okay, what is the versions? What are the other storage devices available in the product? So it's fully focusing on what the product will do. Okay, so that plan and establish that product specifications. In that, what do you generally mean about specifications? When are specifications established? When we have to frame that specifications. Then establishing target specification. There are few subheadings that we'll cover in the next class. Just till this alone we'll leave because today is Saturday. Yeah, even B section told in the topic learning next class ma'am, a little bit confused will be. So these things we'll discuss next class. Just we'll know the knowledge about what is process management and improvement. Very simple. Any organization, any institution, we are going to follow some strategy. Okay, so that the workflow will be in a smoother way. There will not be any collaborations, understanding between the team members, between the designers, implementation stages. So process management can be defined as a method. A procedure is followed there. In any organization, a procedure will be followed. What does it really mean? Capture, manage, and analyze an organizational business process in order to allow for a standard way of working. Okay, you enter the company, you're just sitting in the with a laptop without any workflow, what you have to do. There's no workflow, there's no communication with the higher official to your boss as well as to the boss to yourself. So enna pannanume theriyalana, then there will be a not proper task completed each and every day. Fine. So every organization should follow some business process, some organizational strategy that go for a standard way of working that can be organized and shared throughout an organization. Okay, as you all know, for any product development, there is a big process involved. From identifying the customer, then moving to specifications, then followed by generalization, concept generalization, then selecting, then testing. It goes on, right? There are a lot of process involved for particular product development. So if a particular management arrange a workflow, so இது முடிச்சிட்ட அப்புறம் இவங்களுக்கு அந்த data set போகணும், the process should be started. A strategy have to be followed. A standard way of working should be followed by the management. That is called as process management. So what are the things involved? It's called as a method or a procedure to be followed in any organization. It capture and manage the members who are working for the product, analyze if any mismatch of data set passed to other team. All those things are analyzed and the problems are rectified, and it mainly give a way for a standard way of working. There is also an improvement component. Okay, இது எப்படின்னா ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் டூல்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக்கல் ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோவை ஃப்ரேம் பண்றது தான் இந்த ப்ராசஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டோட ஒர்க். பட் only framing and just following those things cannot improve your product, right? You have to give a regularity, we have to give a service to a customer, you have to check with the customer whether we are following their needs frequently in all steps of process. Okay, so there is also an improvement component. Like எப்படி உங்க காலேஜ்ல வந்து நீங்க ஒரு அசஸ்மெண்ட் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்றீங்கன்னா the report will be sent to the parents, so that and some meetings will be conducted with the faculty members and the students to make you to improve yourself. Similarly, only framing the strategy, you can't see the proper improvement for a product development. We have to analyze those things. You have to take some more steps, offer some separate service to the customer due to increased complexity of going for a process management to process improvement. This particular thing only deal about strategical plan, but after framing the plan, we have to go for a functionality, whether the planned process has been working or the team members are feeling comfortable with the software tools built by the companies, given by the companies. All those things, they will be done in the improvement component. There is a vast difference between a process management and improvement. We'll go for next thing. Management here mean the process management system, for instance, used for a home, house and organization important document in the form of process map. So before starting up your project, all the management people or the organizational people will frame a process map for us. What do you mean by process map? I'll give an idea of it. Process map. Why process map are used for? Process mapping is a technique for using flow charts to illustrate the flow of process. So after identifying the customer, we have to get the specifications with the comparison with the need, then followed by generations testing. So there is a particular flow followed in a development team, right? Product development. So that flow is mentioned in this process mapping. It's a technique of using flow charts to illustrate the flow of a process, proceeding from the most macro perspective to the level of detail required to identify opportunity for improvement. Okay, process mapping focus on the work, very important work, rather than on job title or hierarchy. For a work or task given to a particular team have to be completed within this time limit. So everything will be framed in this process map. I'll show one example for you. Just a simple example. What is a business process mapping? So, okay, if you want to communicate with the customer, yes, any problem? Yes, any doubt? Yes, President Banu? Reply? Unmute and reply?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
By
okay,
mistake, ma'am.
Okay. So process mapping, an example will show. Each and every organization will use some flowchart symbols to frame this process map. This process map involves, for example, here they are given for what is a business process mapping. Phone calls. For a particular team, there will be following a process mapping. Yes. Like first, phone call received from a customer, input customer order. Then take customer payment informations, payment approval. If it is really okay for that order, then yes, complete. Or you have to give us some different approval, have to be something, data have to be changed. Then it's not approved. Resolve it. Cancel those approval. Little, even for each and every team, they follow some process map. Okay. So this is an example for you. There are many ideas like this. So who are the people who will create this process map? There is a particular team involved who creates this softwares and give for the organizations. That we'll see in the upcoming slides. Now try to understand under management topic, what do the management people do? What do the management system composed of? It composed of some documents in the form of process map. So this process map can be viewed as a simple information because it is used with the flowchart symbols, so that even any team members can understand what is the flow we have to follow for our development of product. Either we are working under designing or a coding part, what is the workflow or process map given for a team? It will be easily understood by the team members. Virtual way that allows employees to carry out the steps of a particular task more effectively. more effectively they can understand the workflow through this process map. So with the system that is shared throughout the company, so this particular process map, if you see CTS, TCS, all the companies will have a process map, and that will be circulated to all the members who are working for that project, and there will be no mismatch of communications when they follow this process map. It's a standard way of working across the entire organization. I hope you got an information regarding management process map. Say yes or no? At last I'll show a video. You can easily interlink with that. Yes, reply. So today we are just dealing about how to start our plan, how to make a strategy to start developing our product. Okay, who are the members involved for developing our product? Okay, how to frame a process map for it, to make a standard way of working across the entire organizations. Next, difference between improvement. Here the peoples are involved only for creating the process map, but after creating the process map, if there is any of any of the thing identified as some mismatch happened, or this can be improved in next stage. Okay, process map வந்து ஒவ்வொரு டீமும் ஆன் ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. They are following that strategy. They are following to start developing their product, but some mismatch between one team to another team, if it has been identified, all those things should be rectified next time. So improvement is focusing on developing the standard products. So this process improvement, இப்போ எல்லா இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்லயுமே ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் சாஃப்ட்வேர்ஸ் இல்லைன்னா வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்டைசேஷனை ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவாங்க. ஃபாலோவிங் மீன்ஸ் இம்ப்ரூவிங். ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்டை அசைன் பண்ணிட்டு இஃப் இட் இஸ் நாட் ஃபங்க்ஷனிங் ப்ராப்பர்லி தென் நோ யூஸ் ஆஃப் இம்ப்ரூவிங் அவர் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட். த சேம் திங் இஸ் பீன் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் ஹியர். ப்ராசஸ் இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் இஸ் த ப்ரோஆக்டிவ் டாஸ்க். After framing the process map, all the team members are working for the project. If any of the thing has been identified which can be changed, or some data set can be passed even for this team, something they have to interlink. All those things are identified, analyzed, and improving upon existing business process. Maybe in this year we would have followed some strategy, process map we would have created. In that some drawbacks would have been found out. Those things can be rectified in the further years. So all those things are done in the improvement stage. Are you all getting my point, students? Please reply. Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So new codes or standards of quality can be improved with this improvement process. So it often involves a systematic approach which follows a specific methodology. Okay. So ongoing practice. Who is that? Mute yourself. Who is that? நல்ல சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ்ல உட்காந்து கவனிக்கிறீங்க பாசி. எல்லாரும் வந்து அந்த மனசாட்சியை கழட்டி வச்சுட்டு தான் வேலை பார்க்கறது. How way you will be growing, see then. Even though if you are hidden or you are not in the video mode, you yourself should be truthful. Okay, கொஞ்சம் சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ் வந்து க்ரௌடியா இருக்கக்கூடாது. நாய்ஸ்லெஸ் சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ்ல போய் உட்காந்துட்டு பண்ணணும், கவனிக்கணும். இது வந்து நாங்க வாட்ச் பண்ணாதான் நீங்க அப்படி கரெக்டா இருக்கணும்னு இல்லை. யாரும் வாட்ச் பண்ணலன்னா கூட நீங்க கரெக்டா இருக்கணும் தான் என்னோட பாயிண்ட். லெட்ஸ் see, I don't know whether you are what understanding what I'm trying to tell. See to that when you are in the online class in a noiseless situations, it is my duty to listen. It's my duty to learn something what is taught in the class. Not like a lethargically அவங்க என்ன கதை தான் சொல்ல போறாங்க, இதை கவனிச்சுக்கலாம், இதெல்லாம் நம்ம படிச்சுக்கலாம். அந்த லெதர்டிக்னஸை இப்பயே கொண்டு வராதீங்க. இட் இஸ் நாட் யுவர் லேசினஸ், இஸ் யுவர் ஆட்டிடியூட். நிறைய பேர் அது தப்பு பண்றீங்க. மற்றவங்களுக்காக இருக்காதீங்க, உங்களுக்காக கொஞ்சம் மனசாட்சியோட உட்கார்ந்து கவனிங்க. நிறைய டைம் சொல்லியிருக்கேன், அன்மியூட் பண்ற தெரியாம அன்மியூட் பண்ணா மோஸ்டா நாய்ஸ் தான் இருக்கு. Okay, fine. So ongoing practice here mentioned here, or as you all know, concept development process, there are 3 ongoing activities. Parallelly, we have to check with the customer requirement needs. We have to make a call for the customer, clarifying whether we are fulfilling their needs. At the same time, we have to compare with the competitive products details, as well as we have to model and prototype our products. So those process improvement should be ongoing practice for any steps involved in the product development phase. So should always be followed up with analysis of tangible area of improvement. So when we automatically focus on this process improvement stages, then we will surely get the qualified products. So product quality will be good. Customer satisfaction at the end of the product when you hand over to the customer will be more satisfied to them. Customer loyalty, when we fully fulfill their needs, as well as giving trust for our product to them, then there forms a customer loyalty. They believe on our products. Furthermore, they will depend on our products for future development. So increase the productivity when you mostly focus on process improvement. Okay, then automatically productivity will be more. Development of the skill of the employees. Very simple. இப்போ நிறைய employees will be skilled persons, but the environment or workflow is not that much convenient for them, then their skills cannot be brought up. So these are the things are the main improvement when we follow some improvement in our management skills, improvement in our strategy, workflow, process map, everything has been involved here. So development of the skill of the employees. Efficiency and இல்லைனா hard work தான் பண்ணுவோம், smart work பண்ண முடியாது. So all those things are involved in process improvement. When our process, we are focusing on this process improvement, automatically we find the profit. Okay, increase the profit, resulting in higher and faster return of investment. So if any of the company put more investment for developing a product, then at last when we focus on process improvement stages and ongoing practices, as well as making our quality standardized, we can surely get the higher and faster return on invest. And very important thing to be noted is, in any company, any organization, when we put more steps for this process improvement, it acts as a key feature of many BPM software products. What is the BPM software products? Anybody can guess? If you are answering it wrong, also no issues. Kindly guess and tell me. What is BPM? Yes, students, reply. Any guess? What will be BPM?
Management.
Business process management. It's a software products. So why we working in an organization should depend on these products? For idea solreen. There are many BPM software products available. So if you are working in Infosys company, they will follow some software tools for their workflow. So examples, they compare with many software products, Kissflow or Process Maker, Nitex. They compare, and what are the company requirement? The price should be affordable. It should pre-built template should be for properly organizing the strategy for an organization, for a team. So this particular software will help for it. It should be user friendly. For example, first beginning I have shown you in the bank company HDFC, they depend on Adobe because Adobe make them access a software product for their form creations, so that most of the clients, when they do online transactions online, it is more user friendly. Similarly, for any organizations, some software package or products are to be dependent. Okay, I'll show you one example. Kissflow. It's one of the company which is used for unified digital workplace. For example, after you completing the final year, you want to be an entrepreneurship. You have to form an organization, but you have all the strategy, planning, concept, everything is there. But you need to depend on some software tools. Then there are many software tools. Building companies are there. They create a sphere. This flow's digital workplace is designed for minimum distribution of work, built for the modern workplace. Okay. So see, mainly what is workflow used for? This flow is a cloud-based form automation solutions offered by. See, for example, if you're working in Infosys company, you're going to create a project, or you're working under a project. Some data sets you have to collect from the people who are working for the same project, but team members are from USA or Canada or any other company. Through cloud-based solutions, you can transfer the data, you can check for the metrics, values. Are you able to understand? Can you link the information now? Please reply. So this case flow is a cloud-based form automation solutions offered by OrangeCap Technology. That this is a company who framed this tools, this technique that automate business process and track performance. It is suitable for business of all size and industries. If it is a large scale industries or a small scale industries, you can make use of these tools, which helps to initiate the process request, view items that require user actions, and approve pending tasks. Everything can be viewed in this. An example we'll see. So see, what are the products they create for a particular organization, Infosys, CTS, anything. If I want to depend on some workflow or process chart to be created, they get the idea from this flow. Digital workplace flow, workflow, which is a model. Workflow system designed to boost productivity. They just design this tool and give to the organizations. They make use of this tool for their betterment. Have you got an idea how we are relating this? Please reply. So there are a lot of BPM software products according to the product we are developing. According to the companies and industries, it differs. So these products serves to automate process that are added into the software suite. So who are the people involved in watching these process in a better way? Process manager are allotted for it, an executive who check with the software run-up whether the process is in a correct flow, can then see where the improvements are needed within the process by looking at process completion time. Have you got an idea? There are a lot of process automations. So build a form, set a workflow, modify everything, go live. You have to explain about the product concept. The team is working, and you can set those workflow to which part of team have to be circulated, and any modifications are allowed in this menu. And if you want to explain through online mode to any other persons who are working abroad. So the tool is designed in such a way it is more user friendly. Okay. See, our customers are, you try to understand, this is the main company who is building the products. Who are the customers for them? The Domino's, SoftBank, Techcom America. Okay, financial peoples are dependent on this tool. And again, you need to know some idea. This flow improves our global incentives program by reducing time and eliminating errors. Our international nominees are thankful for the quit process. So due to this technique, the process is improved. So everything you need for a smart process. Like you have to create a company's dashboard. Okay, I think you have getting an idea what I'm coming to tell. Analytical about your, for example, today this much of employees are working on this day and this much of tasks are completed. All the analytical report will be known to the higher official through this type of process strategy followed. Dynamic reporting, then process optimizations. Okay. Process audit. Any meetings are arranged immediately through this process automations tool. This is how we can improve the productivity. We can improve the product development process using some BPM software tools. And for supervising, there is 2 persons, process manager and executives. If anything found any drawbacks, that can be rectified too. Any doubt in management and improvement, students? Kindly reply. Please reply.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll go for a very simple topic, very easily you can understand. Because already we have covered in the that concept development phase, the front end process, identifying the customer need. That is, you understanding the customer needs have been completed with the step 5 steps involved in that. Then we have to focus on establishing the target requirements. Then the same document, same information is being followed also for a refined requirements. Refined requirements also will have a metric values requirements for a particular product. So same follow up only. The slight difference is inga vandu analyze பண்ணுவோம். We will gather the information. Here we will finalize. That's the point. So plan. Here only planning and establishing product specifications. So what do you really mean by specifications? Already after discussion, after understanding of customer need, we would have analyzed what are the metrics, what are the values given by the customer. The term product specification to mean the precise, actual, accurate descriptions of what the product has to do. Okay. The product you are going to create, what it will really be useful for the environment, what it will really be done by using that product. That is called as product specification. For example பார்த்துக்கலாம். அப்போ நீங்க ஈஸியா ரிலேட் பண்ணிடுங்க. What do you really mean by product specification? Okay. Before that, you just know the general meaning. Product specification commonly referred to a product spec. We say, right, is an important product document that outlines key requirements for. What are the key requirements that we have seen already in understanding customer? Primary requirements, secondary requirements. So what is the main requirements for building a new feature, functionality or product? These are called as product specifications. Product specification for laptop. Just an example for you. Can you see the information? Yes. See, this particular laptop, the name with this consists of Intel Core i7, i5, i3, i7 till i7. The processors are supported, and then HMSS graphic card facility, memory unit facility, webcam facility, all the things with the metrics and specifications like values are mentioned. This is called as product specification. Just an example for you. Now kindly understand the points. Some firms or organization normally use this term product requirements as engineering characteristics. Very simple. The other name for product requirements is engineering characteristics. So a specification is a singular and it consists of metric and value. Whenever you focus on product specifications, we have to focus on 2 things, metric and value. So what do you mean by metric and what do you mean by value? Metric means under the document framed after the discussion of customer, okay, discussions of the customer, we frame the customer statement, right? Need statement. So So if you say customer needs statement, they would have mentioned some metrics like average time to assemble, total time to assemble. All those things will be mentioned by the customer. So that comes under metrics. Average, total, or 3/4 of the part have to be done with this value. So like that, some words, metrics. Measurement, how much you have to take with some value, less than 75 seconds. So value of this matrix. So value is always represented in a units. Okay. Got an overall idea about what is specifications? Say yes or no. Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next, a very important definition. What is product design specifications? It's nothing but it's a documented statement. Each and every product will have some specification, and it is in a document form. Document statement. The document statement consists of metrics and values of what the product is to do. The product design specification is nothing but tell about what the product is really going to do. What are the by using that product, what the customer needs can be satisfied. So that is called as what the product is to do. Living document. What do you mean by living document? If suppose during the product development phases, a customer is involved to tell this particular matrix can be removed and this can be added. Any updations or additions have to be done, edited. This all can be maintained in this product design specifications. So product specification, design specification is nothing but living document. So if suddenly customer needs some extra requirements to be added, metrics have to be added to the product, that also can be done. Or if you want to remove any of the metrics, that also. So living document, but defined earlier. Why we are saying it is defined earlier? Because it is in this stage. Before concept generation and selecting, we have to analyze from the customer need this target requirements. That's why this point. And it's driven by customer need. Whenever we are forming the product design specifications details, it will surely be covered with the customer needs. Show what you are trying to achieve, what the product is compressed of, what it will achieve. This much of storage memory allotted for the product, then it will be useful for the customer to store this much of data, and that so something in need can be achieved. Next, when are the specification established? When we have to finalize, not we have to plan. Beginning la plan da pandrom. So when we are going to specify these establishment specifications. So establish the product specification once early in the development process. Before starting the product, first we have to plan. We have to establish according to the customer's need. Customer, after discussion, we go for planning and establishing the specification. Second is after identifying the customer need. That only the point. And the flow உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Next, the hope and aspirations of the team. Why we have to focus on establishing the specifications? Then only the furthermore steps for developing the product to a design team or implemented team may understand what are the components we have to add to the products, and what are the metrics to be followed when we are starting to design the product. So this gives a hope. So this product specification give a hope and aspiration of the team, but they are established before the team know what constrains the product technology. If suppose customer tell us to implement a particular technology, is there any conditions to be followed to use that technology? All those things we will finalize in this establishing the specifications. Maybe customer would have given the specifications, but there should be a proper analysis. But for example, customer வந்து இந்த டைம்க்குள்ள தான் இது முடிக்கணும், இல்லைன்னா இந்த வேல்யூஸை நீங்க எடுத்துக்கணும் இந்த பார்ட்டை நீங்க டெவலப் பண்ணும்போது, அப்படியே அவங்க ஃப்ரேம் பண்ணாவும் whether it will satisfy to the technology or any drawback we will find it. Okay, all those things will be finalized here. So the team knows that constraints, conditions the product technology when you are using. will place on what can be achieved. They only finalize or do a plan of any product specifications relating with the customer need with the respectful product technology. After analyzing, after establishing those things and discussing with the customer parallel, because always ongoing process also will happen. Compromising the customer, trade-off, everything will happen in this stage also. Then only we can go for set the final specification. The team must frequently make. The point is, in the step level, we are going to plan, we are going to collect what are the specification, then we are going to analyze, we want to discuss with the customer, then we will frame it. So the point is, when you are going for refining the requirements, you have to do multiple time of trade-off. Frequently make trade-off, hard trade-off among different desirable characteristics of the product. You have to consider more features to build the product. Then you have to analyze more to frame a metric values, and you have to compare with the customer needs. You have to compare with the company's specifications. Then only it will go for a final specification part. A general thing you have to know. And last is establishing target specification, that we'll see in the next class. Just try to understand establishing target specification is nothing but with respectful of the customer need have been identified, but before product concept have been generated and most promising one selected, this target specification should be established. Very important point. Then only whether we have properly understood the customer namakku theriyum. After customer interviews, documents maintained, 5 steps over, we have some list of needs, customer needs statement we have in our hand. With the respectful of the customer needs statement and the company target value and the target requirements put by the customer, everything has been compared and a plan is done. I'll show you one video just relate with that. How important is this requirements? If we are establishing this target requirement only, we can further go for whether the specifications can be implemented in this concept, whether this will be in the selected mode, all those things will happen. If you are not properly fixing your requirements, then no use in going for the further steps. And at last, after choosing the concept, after selecting the concept, when we have to finalize the requirements with many there will be some marginal value, there will be some ideal value to be followed. All the details are collected. I'll show you one video now. Next class we'll learn. First I will copy this and send in your class group. You all following? Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Today you just understand what is process management system, then some details about how to establish the specification. That is more than enough. So start listening this. This tells about KISS flow technique. Have you all started? Say yes or no? Sound மட்டும் இருக்கும், but points நல்லா observe பண்ணிக்கோங்க. The wordings. Please reply. Are you all following it? Say yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Start listening. Very important. 7 ways how process improvement helps a business. When we focus on process improvement with some strategical tool, and for that we are allotting some particular person, process manager and executive, it automatically improves the efficiency. Improved process visibility performance. Which team is performing well? For them the increment can be given, dedicatedly working, everything can be watched using this process improvement phase. cost management. Okay. We'll go for quality management. Reduce cycle time reduction. So when you follow some strategy, this particular person will handle these two team members. If we put a strategy, then you can reduce the cycle time. If they are put through a meeting only in a workflow, so automatically these two people will be connected with this hierarchy. So everything has been followed in a proper manner without any confusion state. It reduces the cycle time reduction. So because if this particular head for these two team members have to report to this particular boss, that is the flow they are following. Automatically, if there is a meet, need not inform to separate people. They will automatically understand the flow. They will join for the meeting. அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து there will be a proper communication. Regularity complaints. Effective management of resources. Mainly these softwares, these tools are used for automate work, reduce clauses. You know what do you mean by clauses? Misunderstanding between team members, misflow, all those things. Got an idea, students? Please reply. Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And last alone, this alone, you see. Yes. Start from. Start viewing that. Just wait. Have you all started? Please reply. Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly understand what is product specifications. Steps involved. Prepare list of metrics, collect competitive benchmarking products. Very important, students. This is very important. That flow you have to understand. This only we are going to cover in the upcoming classes. Prepare list of metrics needed for product specifications. Collect with the competitive benchmark ongoing activity. This is set ideal and marginal acceptance value. Then last is reflect on the resultant cost. List of needs. See, this is the needs, customer needs. After the discussion, what the customer has given as the points, that is listed as the customer needs. Reduce the vibrations to the handle. If suppose it is a motorbike to be invented, so reduce the vibration to the handle. Allow easy traversal of slow, difficult to tend. That their specifications. Fit a wide variety of bike, week on the product. இது மாதிரி இருக்கணும். This is just a what will be the product? Anybody can guess? Mountain Dew இருக்கு இல்லையா bike. In the it's different from normal bicycle. Okay, the cycles used to, for climbing or riding in the mountains. So that type of products have to be invented, and the specifications here, like customer needs given is this, that has been listed, and the importance for each and every need has been given here, rated here. Okay. Whatever metric we are finalizing, that should be in a complete manner, not vague. Okay, it should be full completed specifications. Why they are telling dependent? Because each and every metric mentioned in the list should be dependent on the customer needs, not independently we are framing the values. It should nearly closely related with the customer needs. That's why they tell it should be dependent, not independent variables. Normally, when you do physics, chemistry, laboratory, you frame some values. Practically, you have to implement it. So, metrics also cover these things. Some needs cannot easily be translated into quantifiable metrics. Okay, the feel of the customer when they use the product, that's the point here. When you give a perfect metrics, perfect specifications, automatically some needs, the customer needs cannot easily be translated into quantifiable metrics. The feel can be the point here. Very important. Benchmarking நாவே existing products ஓட metrics எடுத்துட்டு mostly we have to cover those metrics. Additionally, you can give 2 or 3 values to show our standard of quality. Very important points. Target value, we say, right? Target specification consists of 2 values, ideal values and marginal values. Acceptance value. Very important pa. Ideal value na best result the team could hope for. Okay. If you frame this ideal value, then mostly we can satisfy the customer's need. That's very ideal value. Some values can be first marginal acceptance values are edupanga, then only they'll frame the ideal value. Okay, when you frame the target specifications, 2 value you have to consider. First they will form the marginal acceptance value. It's nothing but value of the metric that would just barely make the product commercially viable. Okay, it can satisfy to some extent, but when you focus on this ideal value comparing with the competitive products, it can give the best result to the team could hope for quality. So example, see, these are the metrics according to the customer discussions and needs. We have framed the metrics. Wheel size, step tube length, everything the customer has given the list. Units, values. There are 2 values I have already told. First they will frame the marginal value comparing with the competitive products. What is the marginal value? 10. The same thing would have followed by the previous business company that is listed first. Something you have to show your standard, right? So you have to change the ideal value here. After many experiment only they'll frame this. That will read in the further units. There are separate units here to frame this ideal value. What is the experimental what are the experiments we will perform, adala nama padipom for upcoming units la. But these are the procedure they follow when they go focus on target specification. Metrics, values, marginal values, and the ideal values. So target value consists of two information. What is that? Are you all listening? Target value consists of two things. One is marginal acceptance value and one is ideal value. What are the values? How the values are framed? At least x, at most x, between x and y. Okay. Exactly x. Why they are comparing these much information to frame a value? Because they are comparing with the competitive products. If that particular value we have considered after the experiment, it's nearing at least to that particular competitive products, at most to the competitive products, or between x and y, two companies, or exactly x, a set of discrete value. So they are differentiated in this to frame that value for the target specifications. That's it. Fine. Any doubt you have? Got an overall idea about what are the established product specifications information you have to know? Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Good. As already I have sent the link, you can also relate and learn. Document I will send you in the class group. Jay Surya, send the absentees
Sent.
list. Sent down.
Sent.
Okay. Thank you. Fine. Thank you, students. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you all. Dear students, please start paying your fees amount, my mentees. Okay. If you have any fees doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.